everybody, welcome to the S.C.Y Lounge, and this is Overanalysis Paralysis. I'm making a couple of videos here in succession at the parking lot, just because I have to go somewhere in a couple of minutes, but wanted to get a couple of these videos out here. So for this Overanalysis Paralysis, 2018 kicked my ass. This is a very personal video for me, but indeed, 2018 really kicked my ass. You know, in the aspect of sports, you know, I always review sports on this channel here. I love sports. Something, you know, beautiful about sports is just the way you can escape reality. And, you know, the downright, you know, truth of the matter with sports is it's either you win or you lose. And so in that black and white aspect, I saw, you know, several of my teams actually lose in finals this year. You know, my Arsenal Football Club soccer team in the Carabao Cup final around February or January, was that right? They lost terribly, 3-0. And then the Golden Knights, you know, magical playoff run, gets the Stanley Cup Finals, losing 5 games. I was actually at Game 5 to witness that loss. And the Dodgers, back-to-back years of losing the World Series. So in terms of sports, that was kind of huge. World Cup, you know, Korea just fucking bouncing out. Germany, my second favorite team internationally, just bounced out. So in terms of sports, it was a really harsh lesson of, you know, you don't win everything. All right, you'll lose a lot. And that loss makes the victories that much sweeter. And in sports, it's so much simpler to experience the highs and lows and for you to be satiated. But the reality is, you know, real life, it's not so black and white. Real life is a bit more mixed, a bit more complicated. Other chapters that happened in this segment of 2018, I quit my job out there at the Flamingo, Las Vegas. Worked there for a couple years and had to quit because I just knew my time was up. I knew I just didn't want to be there. I knew the environment was toxic to the point of they wanted to reject me out, and at the same time, I wasn't the right fit. I wasn't the kind of guy they could rely on. I wasn't like my type of personality isn't a compliant kind of personality. I'm more of a I'm gonna do it my own fucking way. I'm very stubborn like that, so I don't really like working with other people, unfortunately. And you know, my workplace dynamic in my life really changed after working 3 years at the Flamingo, and then, you know, working at a tech company called Atrium for a couple of months. And, you know, my father passed away in June, and, you know, alongside that, my grandmother also passed away a month ago. So it's been a very strange year for me, where I've got to witness really death for the first time, and death, you know, as terrifying, as tragic, and as sad as it is. And trust me, I've experienced the emotions behind it. You know, especially losing my father, and you know, in that way, 2018 kicked my ass. Right? 2018 absolutely kicked my ass, and I'm not gonna lie to you. I'd be crazy if I said it's been the best fucking year of all my. No, it hasn't been. It's been one of the roughest years of my life, and to be honest, man, I've faced personally. I've gone through depression all throughout this year. I just couldn't really focus up with myself, and it was really hard. It was really hard for me to just come out of the abyss. And what really helped me was, you know, I have to give shout out to my mother, who is the greatest thing, you know, in my life. She absolutely is the greatest thing in my life. And just knowing that, you know, life is complicated, but you're still, I mean, I'm still here, and I could mourn losses all day, but I like to see losses as a reminder of how precious and great life actually is. You know, when my father passed away, I know I was miserable. You know, I still am. I think everybody, to be honest, can be very miserable at times. And you know, the reality of you know, depression, mental health, all this stuff, it's down to the person, right? And some people definitely need help, and some people such as myself, I like to just kind of digest everything by myself, and no bodily harm for myself. You know, I don't cut myself and shit. I'm not that fucking crazy. But you know what I can really take away from the ass kicking that was 2018 was the positives that I'm trying to take away from it, and the kind of new things I want to do and am trying to do consistently. And other big thing that I do want to talk about, which I never publicly addressed. I told a couple of people in my life, but for a couple of years I was actually going through bulimia. You know, threw up almost after every one of my meals. One of the main ways I lost weight, actually. And right now, the last month or so, I've actually cut off throwing up. And I'm not gonna lie to you, it's a minor thing, but for me, it's a small step into just bettering myself, because every day you can be a better person. Every day you can improve. And despite the ass kicking that was 2018, I'm gonna just steam on through. You know, I don't believe in quitting. I'm a stubborn asshole. I'd rather fucking die than give up, kind of deal in life. You know, and so it's gonna be interesting. 2019. I don't know what's ahead. I really don't know what the next plan is, to be honest. Right now, there's a lot in my mind. There's a lot of things that I want to plan out. I want to try to do. But it's a great reminder of how rough 2018 was, but it's a great reminder of what we can expect and what we can potentially achieve in the future. And so every failure, every ass kicking for me is an experience gainer. You learn more and you get better for the next time. So boys and girls, I don't know what else everyone is going through. This is my personal story. This is my personal life I'm sharing with y'all here. But listen, life is tough all around, all right? But don't give up, all right? Don't give up, because you are the controller of your destiny. You are ultimately responsible for everything, most things in your life. So do the best you can. Do absolutely the best you can. Never give up. Never give up. So let me know what you guys think. Follow me at the Sky Lounge, and all links in the description below. Like, comment, subscribe for more daily content. Fuck off.